There is so much to learn. Do you realize that? Oh God, I don't know if I should be happy about YouTube or really curse it. Because ever since I started to really spend time on YouTube, which was probably a few months ago, imagine that. Of course, before I would use YouTube, but I would just use it very occasionally when I needed to find out, how to fix something that I broke, or how to do something I didn't know how to do. So that was the only time that I would use it. Let me see if you can see me better like that. Wow, sorry about that. Anyway, my fat tummy, I should hide it. Oh, God. But now the more time I spent on YouTube, the more I'm fascinated by the content. I mean, who here is not in love with Peter McKinnon, or his friend Maddie, or Catherine, or other guys? They have such charisma. I mean, when they talk, they're like, "What's up, everybody?" And they have such a high level of energy, which is just amazing. Don't you think so? I mean, I love them so much. They're more and more becoming a part of my life, and they give me the inspiration and desire to create some sort of content to leave to the world after I'm dead. Dead isn't really, really dead, 6 feet under the ground. We come from earth, we go to earth. What will they say when I'm dead? Well, Tugi was a weird guy. He didn't really have many friends, He was just living on his own terms, and he was pretty antisocial. He was pretty happy alone. However, when he wanted to, he could really socialize the hell out of life too. So he just was his own guy. I guess that's what they will say. But I really, really, really wish we could all know when we would die, because then we could spend our life according to that deadline, right? I wish when we were born, just like they take our temperature and heart rate, they would say the doctors would have a way of measuring the lifespan of the baby. They would say, this baby will live 40 years, this baby will live 50, this one, wow, it will go up until 87. So then the parents would know, so then you would know, so then I don't know, I think more people would enjoy life more because we would know when it will end. Budget-wise, for example, financially, you would certainly be able to spend your money for those who are big savers, which I'm not, but, those that save and save and save. Like some minority cultures, they're always, their brains are always motivated to save. So they would probably spend more. They would know the end of their years. Or even for tax purposes before they die. For example, here in Turkey, you pay somewhere around 35% of whatever money you have left as a death tax income before it goes to your kids. So if you know when you're gonna die, you might as well just gift everything to the kids, so that at least they don't have to pay taxes. I mean, imagine you have saved $1 million because you don't know how long you will live. But then when you die, 35%, so $350,000 of that will go to the government. Death tax, right? So if people know, they would budget accordingly, live life fully. That would be, I think, enjoyable. So YouTube also helps me to think about my life. I mean, at 50 years old, why do I spend so much time? The word I learned on YouTube is procrastinating. So I guess it's just being busy with nothing, spending time with nothing. And you don't know how time passes, right? You wake up, you do your number one, number two in the bathroom, then you drink your coffee, then you just look at social media, then you just take care of your mom to tend to her needs, like in my case. And then you do a little bit of cleaning in your room, you do a little bit of odd jobs, and maybe you have to go to town to get some meat and some bread, fill up the gas, maybe do some of your payments, and maybe feed the dogs and the cats, and then eat lunch and dinner, and the next thing you know, it's nighttime, you're tired, you just want to binge on Netflix. If you have the energy, maybe you do a little masturbation session, and with all the antidepressants that people are taking these days, I think that happens less and less, especially in my case, that is so. Then more Netflix and then go to sleep. What a waste of day, right? I mean, you haven't done anything productive. You haven't produced anything. You haven't left anything to the world, not even a message like this one. And even this message, right, you have to cater it, word it accordingly, choose the right thumbnails and titles and description. And if you can, make the video interesting by, if you know how to edit, by adding some interesting edits, transitions and music and all that jazz, just to make it watchable, right? Because no one else will watch it otherwise. So why are you even bothering creating if you're not doing a proper job to ensure the watchability of your content, right? Is it laziness? Is it lack of skill? In my case, I don't really know how to use a camera. I don't really know how to edit. If so, why am I not learning it? Why do I prefer to watch Netflix, some silly shows and movies about spies and about sci-fi worlds, as opposed to learning real life editing tools like learning Final Cut Pro and Adobe Premiere and iMovie, and learning how to do storytelling and learning about what to do. I don't know. I just don't know, Probably laziness, probably because as humans we just always choose what is easier for us. And I guess if we don't have to do it financially, if we're not in a corner financially, then we just don't do it. I wonder if there are people who have enough monthly income to just live their life as they want, but who still choose to do things which are outside their comfort zones, which still push them to force themselves to a new, learning new skills, new habits, to be more disciplined. I mean, it seems like nobody wakes up from their bed and say, you know what, today I want to push myself out of my comfort zone. And you know what, today I want to discipline myself. Even though I want to eat ice cream, I'm going to eat salad. Even though I just want to lay down in bed and feel so good, I'm going to get up and walk in nature. But we force ourselves to do it. I think about the times when I did it in the past. When I was younger, I managed to be so fit. God, when I was living in Boulder, Colorado, those were the days. Such a beautiful, beautiful city. Such beautiful people there. I love Boulder, Colorado. Left my heart there. And I wanted to be healthier there. Eat healthy, exercise, because a lot of people were doing it. Because I was surrounded by the Flatiron Mountains, because the life was beautiful and I was just on my own, right? I would even cook healthy things, and I don't know, that was a beautiful, beautiful phase of my life. I would run, and running made me release endorphins and serotonin, I guess, and made me feel so good. That was just amazing and wonderful. So yeah, you know, what can I say? That was just amazing. So then life happens. I guess you just realize that there are things you can change and there are other things that you just cannot change. And you get older and you grow older, and what can you do? Quick start guide to life. That could be a good topic for another video. And so, yeah, I mean, YouTube definitely in the past few months of mid 2022 opened my eyes in terms of productivity, in terms of getting stuff done. Made me think about things that I never thought about before. I always thought these things were just, simple enough, and people would just take them for granted, So, I guess I just want to leave this horrible video without edits for just for one soul like me, who can relate to this, who can relate to me, who is wondering, did I waste my life? Should I just end my life? Why am I living for? Like, for example, people say, think about your passions, what you're really interested in. And even at 50 years old, I find that I have no passions. I have no interests. Like, find your niche, find your specific topic of your YouTube channel. I don't know what my specific topic is. I mean, in my TikTok channel, which I just recently started, I do whatever flows from my heart, right? Because nobody knows me, and I can just be myself. And what I do there is basically sing. I'm like, Dori-ro rafo, putrovož dizdrabozo, tu ti rozniš draze, erezo fama fitofe. So just be like that, like a silly singer. I create words for songs. So obviously that is something that I enjoy, because I only do only do what I really enjoy there. I'm just being a child. I'm just being silly. So is that my interest? I mean, what, like songwriting, lyrics, night writing? I don't know. At 50 years old, can you learn how to write songs and do those things? I don't know. I have no idea, which is very sad. It's sad not to know yourself at 50. It's sad to see that you pretty much have wasted your life. It's sad to see you don't really want to keep on living anymore, but you have to take care of your mother, so you try to at least wait until you end your life, until your mother's life is over, whenever her days are because she's sick. And with my mom, I'm seeing it's so hard to be old. Why is God putting us through such struggles? I mean, when you're a baby, at least you have people that take care of you. When you're old, you don't even have that, right? You're all alone. You're all old. You're unable to move, lying in bed all day long. You have aches, arthritis, and all kinds of organ problems with your heart, your liver, your kidneys. You're like a baby. You pee on your panties, and you just become this whole huge mess, this old mess, this old baby once again, right? It's so true that we are born as a baby and that we die as a baby. So my prayer for all humankind is I hope everybody will die a quick death without being left into the hands of strangers in elder homes, and just who knows how they get treated there. So I hope we all die a quick death, and after that, God, if all the religious books, if everything that is written in the books is true, meaning heaven and hell and sins and stuff, then we're all in for a big fiesta. I mean, big fiesta is waiting for all of us. I know I am going to be awoken on a natural gas pipeline on my ass and in hell, and saying that, oh my God, this is all true. Could I please have another chance to go back and do the things that are written in the religious books, notably the most up-to-date version, which is what the Torah. Did another book came after that? The Quran, was it after that? Whatever the most updated version is, I guess that's the valid one. This is what happens with all the softwares and book editions and stuff. So that's that. And then you could not think about any of those things and be a silly, happy person on Instagram with silly pictures. Hi guys, how are ya? Today I went to Greece, so I just wanted to show you the beautiful places that I've been to. And I couldn't have done any of this without you, so thank you. Thank you to all my sponsors that just sponsor me, because I have so many followers. So I guess I'm thanking the followers for like following me, because I'm putting all these beautiful pictures. I guess they all salivate over that. This is all fake, by the way, but still, you never know. Maybe you might have a life like that. So just click on the follow button or the subscribe button and like, so that I will get money, so that I can do more of this charlatan and fake life visualizations for you. It's like, I've done that. Everybody does that, but you can't be like that all the time, right? Sometimes we're all sad. I mean, I'm sad a lot of the times, to the point of wanting to end it all. So I guess it would be nice if I could see what people would write on my YouTube comments after I'm dead. It's like, dude, this guy talked about suicide, and one day he actually did it after his mother passed away, and he had no more responsibilities left to live for. So that would be interesting, but I'm probably not going to be able to see that, so that sucks. Can anyone create hypertransfer protocol for hell and heaven? So afterlife HTTPS internet connectivity, that would be much appreciated. Thank you. Other things to live for are like really good movies. I guess Star Wars and James Bond for me are things to live for. And I'm so shallow, like beautiful things are things to live for. Like an Apple computer, which is, yes, expensive, but doesn't break down, like a really cool Sony camera with a wonderful autofocus is something to live for. Beautiful tent for camping is something to live for, even though I bought it, but I never used it. So this is me being so stupid again. So I watch all these bushcrafting videos on YouTube, which I'm in love with. So I guess that's something to live for if someday I can manage to do that, despite the mosquitoes and insects and spiders and flies and snakes and whatever. Well, yeah, I mean, when I was a teenager, I spent time in Switzerland, in Crans-Montana in the mountains, and definitely the Swiss Alps and the French Alps. The mountains are something to live for. Probably Himalayas and stuff that I don't know anything about. I've never been there. But I do watch on YouTube from time to time. Just something to be strong for after my mother, to survive, to work for, to make money for, is, for example, imagine walking in Chamonix or Courchevel in a ski resort where no car can enter. It's winter, it's all snowy. At night, you're just walking like... Remember that noise that the snow makes? That is something to live for. You eat a fondue. That is something to eat for. To live for. Even if you're doing keto diet, you can eat fondue with vegetables like cucumber and not cucumber. What is it? In English, in Turkish, it's kabak. Courgette, that green vegetable that is similar to cucumber, I guess, which is keto as well. So you can eat that in a fondue. That would be lovely. A dog, I guess, is something to live for, but it's a huge responsibility. You can't kill yourself for 13 years once you adopt a dog, so you can't change your mind. So that's that. And what else I can tell ya? I love ya. I do. If you are like me, if you are struggling to live, if you don't know where your life is taking you, if you have such a hard time motivating yourself and learning a new skill, I love you, and you should know you're not the only one, And I have a hard time imagining there's another 50-year-old guy or girl with so little skills in life, who was just a watcher of life instead of a liver of life, who always watched life from a window. And but if there is, just send me a message on YouTube. I would love to talk to you, and I would be so happy to see that I'm not the only one in this world like this, So we'll see, it's so interesting. For example, I see that the ISO of my camera is changing from 150 to 200, I guess, depending on the sun in the background. Normally you're not supposed to have the sun in the background, so we'll see how that turns out. I don't really care, actually, since I don't really care much about in life except for my mom, Just drives me so sad that she's gonna one day die, and that day is coming soon. She is 76, 77, but probably around, in terms of physical health, around 85 to 90 years old physical health. Because as a family, we're always just letting ourselves just get splattered all over the place, not taking care of ourselves, and just being in a horrible shape, So that's that, so someday I hope I will be able to teach you something educational, something that will really make a difference in your life. But for the moment, I'm really not there at all. I mean, I'm in the stage of my life where I'm just trying to get back on my 2 feet. Just share my sadnesses, just share my emotions, and we'll see. We'll see how those things just happen, and I'll talk to you soon. I'll see ya when I will see ya. Bye.